live?
We live.
What's going on? Hey, what's up? I'm Patrick Cloud, and this is a new show. It is called Crisis Loadout. Now, this is an apocalypse survival game where contestants are going to use logic, wit, and a limited amount of inventory slots to convince myself and you, the audience, that they would survive the longest. Okay? So on the show today, we have the usual suspects, the arcade tokens. We got Khleo and Will. What's going on, sirs?
What's happening?
Hello. Happy to be back.
Happy to be back as the reigning champ of Crisis Loadout.
He was gonna say that.
Appreciate it.
Will is the guy to beat right now. And we have some backup. We got Miss Lulu in the building and BT. What it do, y'all?
What's happening?
I'm good, man. What's good, sir?
I like this show because everybody swears that they have the perfect plan when everything goes to shit. You know, when the apocalypse happens, everybody's like, I'm gonna go to the mall, or I'm gonna go to the desert, or I'm gonna take a boat and go in the middle of the ocean. But like, if you ever just start asking questions, their plans fall apart immediately. So here we have it. We have a choose your disaster. We have zombies, natural disaster, or total anarchy. And today we are gonna go with zombies.
Wait, what channel are we on right now on YouTube?
The old nigga in the group.
Right.
We discussed this before we went on.
I know, but I want to make sure ain't nobody talking shit.
And we live? Are we live?
Charlemagne. Charlemagne.
So yeah, let me pull this up. Okay, so we are gonna go with zombie apocalypse.
I got you. I'm gonna send this to you right now. I'm gonna send this to you right now, BT. Just pull this up, and then you can see the chats. Keep going, Pat.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the difficulties. So the difficulty is basically how long has it been since the apocalypse happened. All right, we've done 1 day and 1 month, I believe. 1 day basically means the apocalypse just happened 1 day ago. Resources are still out. People aren't really tripping on each other yet. A month in, it gets a little shaky. 6 months, it's pretty bad. You know, everything is pretty much destroyed. Resources are depleted. Humans have started, or alive people have started tripping on each other and fighting for resources. And that's what we're gonna do today. We are gonna go with 6 months hard mode. We have not done this yet.
6 months.
And, let's get into the scenario. Today is a dope one.
Now, before he does the scenario, just to let the audience know, this is live. This is not pre-recorded. We are live here on All Def and All Def Gaming, and we will need your support in choosing who is the person that is going to survive. As we go into the scenario and we go into picking our loadout and telling our story, Kadeem will give you a poll to select who is the person that's going to survive out of the stories that have been told. So make sure y'all stay, make sure y'all participate, get your questions ready, because this is Crisis Loadout. Back to you, Pat.
We need you guys. So basically, they're trying to convince me and you guys that they would survive longer than the next person, okay? So this is the scenario that you guys are in. You guys ready for this?
This is way too real. I already read it. This is way too real.
Look how focused Khleo is.
All right. So, this is kind of topical. So, in this scenario, the coronavirus has mutated into a brain-eating parasite that has made 70% of the world into zombies. All right. You guys are stuck on the penthouse floor of a gigantic office building, and you have to fight your way down all the way to the lobby before escaping. So now I'm going to give you your loadout options. This is your inventory. You only have 5 slots to choose from. There are hidden perks within all of these or certain items. And I will explain as we go along. But you're going to have to explain to me and the audience how you are going to use these items to not only get out of the office, but how are you going to survive in general after that? So your first obstacle is pretty big, an entire office filled with zombies, corona zombies, we should say.
Got 2 questions, Pat.
Yes.
1, what office building are we in? And then 2, what kind of zombies are we dealing with?
Okay, So, the first answer to that question is this is your basic Dunder Mifflin style office. Ain't no like vaults or crazy weapon stashes or anything. You're pretty much going to have only what you have in your loadout. Now, we did a previous episode where you were in a police station. So even if you didn't have something in your loadout, you could convince me that you can grab a shotgun or something like this. This is just an office. So, and besides office supplies and just office things, you got a staircase, you got an elevator that probably wouldn't be working 6 months after the apocalypse. But you pretty much are only gonna have the stuff that you got. In terms of zombies, now let's just I know you're probably asking, are they Resident Evil slow zombies or World War Z fast zombies, right?
Yes.
Now, that brings me to perks. I have hidden certain perks in different items. So if you pick a certain thing first before everybody else, you will get these perks, and two of the perks alters the speed. So one of the perks is it makes the zombies slow like Resident Evil, and one of the perks is it makes them run fast like World War Z, which would affect the rest of your loadout. There's a lot of
variables, man. I didn't know.
I do have one more question. One more question. Now, you said penthouse, and then you kind of switched to Dunder Mifflin office building. Yeah. How many floors is this office that we're?
So when I said penthouse floor, I mean the top floor. So you're not on the roof, but you are on the top floor of this office building. And let's say we're in Los Angeles, so in downtown, let's say it is 50 floors.
Oh, okay.
50 floors to get through, get out, and still survive while we're outside.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna mix it up. We're
gonna pick one item at a time, correct? Yep. So
you're gonna take turns picking an item.
Should I pick the most important thing first or the least important thing?
It's up to you.
That's you.
Fuck.
You're gonna have to figure this out. So I've only played with the arcade tokens so far, so I'm going to mix it up. I'm gonna have one token go and then a new guest, just so that you guys can see the flow of it. Okay. Is there a token that wants to volunteer to go first with their first item?
Will won the last time. Let Will go.
As reigning champ, I will choose to pass it back to Khleo because I would like to know his strategy because I won.
Oh, yikes!
So Khleo, you're first, sir.
Pat, you gonna allow this?
Yes.
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
Too?
Huh?
Are you picking a loadout too, Pat?
Nope. I'm just judging. Judge robes.
What up, chat?
Okay. Off top. We're 6 months in. I gotta remember that we are 6 months.
6 months in. So things like light elevators, stuff being left over that are of value. You have to take all that into account. And remember, audience, if you find a hole in his stories, call them out.
Okay. 6 months in. I gotta defend myself, man. Let me get the gun, bro.
The pistol.
The pistol.
You going for the blicky first?
First thing I need.
All right, what's the logic behind it? What's your first move and why the pistol first?
Man, yeah, you're 6 months in, you're dealing with zombies. If it's just you and a hallway full of them, man, you might want to go ahead and end it early or defend yourself. So we shall see.
Okay. Let's go with Lulu. You want to go second?
Yeah, I'll go second. I think off top, I need to defend myself as well, but I'm gonna take the machete because it's 6 months in. I'm not sure about how much ammo is around for me to get through a building, but I know 6 months in, I'm gonna be on my Sarah Connor. I've done some sit-ups, I've done some push-ups, I've gotten super strong. I've probably mastered the art of this machete. So I'm already an athlete. I can maneuver between 2 to 3 motherfucking zombies at a time through the floor. And I think I can handle myself with it. And I'm Latina, so I'm pretty knowledgeable about a machete. So
and you ex-military.
And I'm actually former military. So
the fact that you included a workout regimen in the 6 months is pretty big, actually.
Yep.
People forget that you gotta get in shape. Like you gotta stay in shape because like you have to outrun the zombies, outlast the zombies, and sometimes you might not have anything to help. So you might have to just use your feet and book it.
I like that because basically you adding a workout regimen means that you could probably beat multiple like you have the stamina to basically take out more zombies than I would assume if you didn't say that.
Exactly. And I know hand-to-hand combat, so it's like I know how to fight in close quarters, you know, and especially with a weapon like a machete, like I'm like that's gonna be a no-brainer for me.
All right. CQC
Okay.
Lou. Got it.
All right. Will, would you're the winner. Do you want to just go last and see everybody's?
No. Just we'll keep how you just said it. So as reigning champ, I was looking at Wayne.
Wait, nothing came with that? I don't get no perk or nothing?
No, I do perks at the end.
Yes. I too am going to go for the machete because as y'all know, during this apocalypse, I've lost 150 pounds. So I have been eating creatine. So I am now the size of the Rock. So just to let y'all know, Rock, full beard, they're grown out. It connects now. You know what I'm saying? It's out here, luscious.
6 months.
It's 6 months, man. 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I got chest hair and whatnot. Been hitting the weights. No. Y'all, you told me get detailed this time around. So I'm getting detailed around. All right. I got tattoos now. I done got a couple bodies on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. I done trained up. If you think these hands are legendary now, 6 months, I'm just you decide, audience. But I'm gonna be like Lulu. I'm going with machete. We're in an office. This is close quarter combat, so it's gonna be real hard to kind of let off a gun very quickly, and you might need a silent kill right to the back of the head right there can keep you moving. So I'm gonna go with machete as well.
Okay. Audience, I would like to also just throw the reminder out there that this is all based on believability. So just floating this out there, kind of doesn't matter what else Will picks. If we're starting with 6 months, The Rock. Let's
All right.
Let's just
6 months to the Rock, man. The Rock should be insulted, man.
Y'all don't know what's under here, okay? You don't know what's under here. You don't know how long.
You don't know either. That's the problem.
Well, I'm thinking I'll know in 6 months.
Will ain't trying to keep his reigning title.
I will know in 6 months.
BT, first item.
This is interesting because everybody's picking their items most important in the essence of getting out of the building. And now that I know that we can all have the same item as a fellow Walking Dead person, and people have always underestimated my hands. But my record for fighting is actually not that bad. I haven't had one in a while. But I'm definitely taking the machete for close quarter combat as somebody who has trained in Krav Maga and would double down on that training on the 6 months because I've already been thinking about how I'm getting out of here. The gun doesn't make any sense. It's too loud and you're going to attract them to you. So definitely the machete is if it was a pocket knife, nah. But a machete got just enough distance for you to be able to get him off.
You're the third person to pick it in a row. You don't really have to explain.
We get it. We know what it does.
You could have just me too.
Don't let him do you like that.
No, it's a fair point. But I just
got
want to
an
make
opinion
you know that
too.
the gun is not the option.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fair. Okay, so now that everybody is gone, I will give the perks. Unfortunately, the machete had no perks, which would have only been for Lulu. But I like the strategy. Not very imaginative, but solid. The handgun did have a perk. I knew that. I figured more people would grab at that first. It's not a great one. Unfortunately, Khleo has unlocked the World War Z fast zombies.
Fuck you, yo.
So it does have a better advantage than you guys in terms of offense. They are fast in this building.
You're dead, bro.
Hey, are we all together?
No, just him. He just got
Oh,
fast
so that's
zombies,
in his
not us.
building.
Yeah.
That's
y'all
his
solo.
building.
Oh, so
Y'all are solo.
my zombies are still slow.
Yeah,
That's why you guys all have the you can all pick the same thing. These are all.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, your world is fucked up. Bye.
Yeah, get out of here, bro. I'm sorry,
So,
Khleo.
What kind of gun is it? Does it have to be a handgun, Pat?
It
Or
is a
could
handgun.
be
It is a
another
handgun.
So question. So now when I pick the handgun, I don't get that perk. So my
Perk's gone.
Oh, thank you, Khleo.
Appreciate that, Khleo. Thank you.
Forget you, Lulu.
Thank you.
All about strategy, baby. That's why I didn't pick it, because I was like, well, whatever perk it is, I can't get it anyway. So let me see what else is out there and actually be better for me.
Sacrifice me.
It needs to wait and strategize.
Come on.
All right, but he still has a gun. And he doesn't have to. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're just running all around all the time. If he's seen, they will run for him. All right, so pretty much everybody has a similar strategy. Arm themselves first. Let's go back around, but we're gonna go reverse order just to give everybody a shot. So first, BT, what is your second item?
So here's the thing. Why am I leaving the penthouse? If they haven't come and got me in here, then outside of me running out of food, it don't really make no sense for me to leave.
Okay.
And not even food, water would probably be more important, because you could go quite a while without food, but water is a necessary.
Okay.
I have to have a reason to leave there, and because of this, it's the truck. The truck's outside. I have seen it. I know exactly where it's at, and it's running, or it ran at some point in time. Where I saw somebody get killed when they pulled up, but I know that it works. I know if I can get in the truck, I have to have some hope on the end of this journey, or it's pointless because I'll just get outside and be in a worse situation. So I'm going to go the truck next.
Okay.
There it is. The truck.
I think the truck is in. Okay, for sure. Okay, cool. All right, and then next would be Will.
Yep.
Will.
Let's see. I'm gonna go
Real quick. Just so there's no confusion, I know that we usually have the loadouts. Kadeem, can you put the perks in the top left corner so that there's differentiation, and then just maybe shrink down the items and put them all on the right, just so that we know the difference?
No, that's what he did.
Huh?
You just like look at Khlеo's.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but the truck was on the
I
left
got.
side.
I got.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Sweet. All right, go for it.
I'm gonna go with grenade.
Okay. What's the? Is that just when you're in a pinch?
Just in case I gotta blow a floor open and jump to the next one.
Nice. I like that. Okay. Okay, so you're literally incorporating the specific scenario.
Yeah.
like
Just
that.
in case. Just in case.
I like that. Okay. This is saving you from the rock body argument.
Man, look, I'm the rock, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want. You don't know what I did in 6 months.
All right, next up would be Lulu.
You ate. You didn't become the Rock.
I lifted weights.
I have a
Not the
question
first 2
about
months you didn't.
two of the icons. Yeah, it's gonna take you about 6 weeks for your body to actually kick in to making the change. So you just wasted a month on just eating right. So you only got 5 other. Nah, I don't believe that, bro. So the second icon, is that ammo?
That is ammunition. Yes.
Ammunition.
Okay, and then the third one is just what?
Gasoline, either for lighting something on fire or the truck. Up to you, or the boat.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with because we're still in the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get out of this building because for whatever reason I need to get out. And honestly, I don't want to spend my life locked up in a penthouse while zombies is out down there. I'm trying to I Am Legend this shit. So I'm gonna take the gasoline because I'm a smoker. I definitely either gonna have a cigarette to go out with or a blunt to go out with. So I'm gonna have either a lighter or a match and a blunt to go. So I'm gonna take this gas. I'm in a penthouse. I could definitely burn this motherfucker to the ground with some zombies.
Automatically thinking of when you get caught, your suicide plan before your survival plan.
Yeah,
Everyone
I mean,
gotta die.
you gotta have a plan B. You gotta have a way out. Just like everybody in the military, they always carry one bullet with them just in case you get caught. You ain't gonna take me, bruh. I'm out. You ain't gonna take me. So I'm gonna have my blunt and my lighter just in case. But I plan on breaking out this bitch because I'm gonna pour the gasoline in the staircase. I'm gonna find my way down to the bottom because I'm getting out the building. I'm getting out. I already got the machete. I'm out. Getting out in the hallway. Get to the staircase. Pour the gasoline in the staircase, get to the bottom. When I get to the bottom, I'm lighting this shit on fire. It's out. Bye-bye.
You're lighting the stone staircase on fire.
You know, things burn.
What you gonna light with it? Because you just got
I'm in a building. I'm an office building, right? I'm a penthouse building. There's guaranteed there's flammables, there's furniture, there's paperwork, there's everything that fire touches burns. It's not really hard to light something on fire, especially a building. Don't ask me how. But
okay.
Pyrotechnics is amazing. But I can make Molotov cocktails from the house. I'm pretty sure there's some alcohol in this office because everybody knows everybody has a bottle in the office.
That's an interesting point. Okay.
So I can Molotov cocktail this and get the hell out of this building.
I like that approach more. Maybe you should consider fitting matches in somewhere so that Molotov plan.
I already have my lighter with my blunt.
You 6 months in, bro. She got the lighter and
I got a light. You think I'm not smoking and like lighting up?
All you need is some kindling. She good.
Oh, we can have stuff on us already?
No,
if you can make that, if you want to risk making that assumption.
I'm a smoker, bro. I smoked in Iraq. I always I'm military. We got a pack of cigarettes and a lighter and a match right here. Cuff it. Let's go. I'm out.
You think that you would have ready, available lighters 6 months from the apocalypse?
Hell yeah, man. I got 30 lighters right now. I'm a smoker. You know, a smoker got like 45 lighters.
Okay.
Lose about 44 of them. But...
I'll give her that because what it is in Walking Dead, boy with the bat lit a cigar and he had a lighter all the time.
And I actually had in the military I had a Zippo, so I have a Zippo lighter.
Oh, refillable. Got it.
Yeah, I'll give that.
Okay.
I'm not giving that. I think if matches is on here as one of the perks, as one of the options, she can't just have matches.
But what did Pat say? You have to convince me. Okay. And this is my logic. This is my world. If you know me,
BT. Although that was, you're right. It might be confusing, but if in the police station episode, you could probably convince me that you could find a rifle and don't need to take the handgun. You know what I mean? That's probably believable. You're not convincing me that there's a rifle or a machine gun in an office building. So fair. You might find a lighter in an office building, you know? So that one was weird because it was almost like it's dedicated to your death immediately instead of your survival. But
gotta have a plan B, bro.
That was different.
Just like when assassins and CIA go in, they have cyanide and exactly, man. I'm not. Look, let's just be real. I'm not gonna get taken out by no zombies. You ain't gonna bite on me. You ain't gonna
that's
kill.
terrifying. That's horrifying.
But if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna light up and then I'm gonna burn up.
Light yourself on fire. That's better.
I might go out fantastically, skydive on fire off the building.
I don't know why you didn't just pick a gun to shoot yourself, but all right.
Nah, go out with a blaze of glory. No pun intended.
Khleo.
Yeah.
Item.
Rope.
Interesting.
Rope. Let's get this round over with so I can figure out which perk you're gonna put against me this time. Let's go.
All right, hold on.
You're getting by you getting the rope. You realistically only have to get down to like the 10th, 15th floor.
I know what I'm doing.
No. You can't jump to the 10th, 15th.
Please hurry up and get to tell me what my perk is wrong now.
Okay. So let's go over these perks.
Oh man.
Give me a good perk.
So there are actually 2 perks. One good, one bad.
Oh shit.
Which one y'all want to hear first?
The bad one. Because I know my tires is on flat on this truck.
The bad one, unfortunately, goes to a pretty sound plan It's actually the grenade, Will. This perk is actually the opposite of stealth. You are unfortunately just noisy the entire time. So you cannot you can't sneaking is no longer an option. Kind of goes with the big bang of the frag grenade. So unfortunately, the rest of your loadout has to be very urgent because these guys are these zombies are noticing you every step of the way.
Wait, because I have the grenade.
Because you picked the grenade.
So if I use it, am I still loud?
No, because it has nothing to do with the grenade. You're just noisy.
You're
the
just
same way that if
You're Cardi B.
Yeah, hilarious. You're just ow everywhere.
Harris, come here. Hey, zombies, you know what I'm saying?
Now,
Will, you got on tap shoes.
you have tap shoes. Hilarious. Can
Those
you
are the only
imagine
shoes available.
in the zombie apocalypse though? You just hear it.
All right, shit.
That's hilarious.
Challenge.
So the good perk actually goes to my favorite story of this round, which is actually the truck. I wanted to reward whoever thought ahead, for whoever thought of what the hell happens after I get out of the building. So for picking the truck, you actually get the opposite of what Khleo got. You have slow zombies. So now that you have the machete and slow zombies, you really don't need any more offense. You know, you can kind of get away from these zombies. The machete can take care of any ones that are in your way. But that perk mixed with the machete means that as far as the office goes, and really outside, you don't really have to worry about offense too much in the rest of the game. Okay, cool. So that was the second round. Third round, Khleo, it is back on you.
Boom, perfect. I'm going to grab myself. What's the icon above the gun?
Health pack.
Health.
Yeah. So basically, whenever you get hurt, you can.
And then the grenade that's underneath the green one. What is that?
That is a gas grenade. So paired with the gas mask, you can probably clear some people out. That is assuming that they need to breathe, though. That's probably a lot more useful in the anarchy situations.
Exactly.
But just throwing that out there.
Okay. I instead am going to. You know what? We've never had this question asked on this before. Can I only choose one item once?
What do you mean? Like if you wanted double handguns?
Exactly.
Smart, bro. That's smart, though.
I mean, they already.
That's not what he's doing.
Answer. I'm not gonna wait for him to answer. He's never said it as a rule. I'm picking my rope again.
Yeah, I know
want
what you're
another
doing,
rope.
bro.
I want another rope.
Why?
I want another rope, Lulu.
Well, tell me why though.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna allow it. And we're
you.
going to move on because just like I can find holes in your story, you guys can do the same. So I'm almost thinking like, can a nigga have two backpacks? Can we get double the snacks? You know,
Yeah.
That's very interesting and smart. I'm gonna allow the two ropes.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lulu, you are next.
Okay, so am I out of the building? Or am I?
No. You have to tell us the story as you go.
I told you I'm out of the building. I burned the building down. I'm outside.
Whoa. Are you gonna skip ahead like that? Like, okay, so now that you have the machete and the gas, that's all you need.
I went into the staircase. Was like, we talked about this, no?
Okay, so that was all just.
Yeah.
So
that's your strategy to get out the building.
Yeah, burn the motherfucker down.
Burn.
Well,
the
here's the
fucker
thing.
down.
Here's the thing. You need all. Well, you don't maybe not need. But you have 5 slots to prove to us how you would get out of the building and survive. Period. So.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying this. It's your world. If you think that you can convince me and the audience that all you need is the machete and the gas can to take out the building, and then the next 3 inventory is for after that, that would be your story.
Okay. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, so this is you. Buildings burnt down. All the zombies are dead. You're just standing there.
Well, not all of them, because I'm not gonna say all of them, but whoever was in the building, because there's zombies outside.
No, that's what I'm saying. All the zombies in the buildings are dead. It's burnt to the ground. All right, so now what do you need?
Fire
Okay.
does not kill zombies, you guys.
Huh?
Fire does not kill zombies.
And a 50-story building.
It just make them
Is it 50 stories? Y'all keep changing the rules. Is it Dunder Mifflin or is it 50 stories or is it
I
penthouse?
said 50
I
stories.
did say 50
Stories.
stories.
50 stories.
Okay.
50 stories, trying to burn down 50 stories with one gas container. I'm not buying it, but
All right.
And that's your only way out. Like the elevator don't work. So how you getting down?
Well, since I'm still in the building, I might as well take a pistol because apparently it's a lot of zombies that fire doesn't kill. So since I am an expert marksman, I'm pretty sure my headshots should kill them. You know, that's what I went to Iraq for. I was a gunner. I'm qualified on every weapon that the military has to offer.
Boom.
So yeah, that was my actual number one job. So I think with the pistol, I think, and a machete and maybe some fire, some gasoline, I think I can maneuver out of this floor by floor. I think I could take a floor with a pistol, and I don't have on tap shoes, and I could actually sneak up on people and stab some machetes into people's backs, and you know, I think I could do that. Maybe I'm on floor 30 by now.
just a reminder, it's still believable because you could probably holster your pistol and put the machete in the back, but space in terms of carrying space might be limited now. You got the gas tank in one thing, the machete in the other.
Pistol, machete.
Yeah.
gas.
I'm saying like it works, but I'm just saying you might
because
want to consider.
No, because I'm not taking the gas with me after I leave the building.
Okay, yeah, that's all part of the story.
Yeah.
And you might want to consider ammo because you remember you just got the clip and it's 50 stories. So
Oh wait, so the gun don't come with ammo?
no, ammo's that's a whole other slot. The stress. The stress.
Lulu was out of the building just 2
Right.
minutes ago.
Oh, I'm out of the building already. I'm
On
about
the
to the
30th floor with 16 bullets. and the floors above her are on fire.
Right. Our only way out to it that.
So all of y'all are just chilling in the penthouse right now, huh? BT's looking at his truck from the penthouse, and that's it. So and magically Khlеo's rope just takes him down 50 stories. Fuck out of here, man.
Hey, if
There's no 50-story rope, okay? Unless you're
Right.
rappelling from a chopper. There's no
But-
50-story rope.
But there's a 25-story rope, and you put them together, you got 50.
Ain't no 25-story rope either. They don't even sell rope.
That'd be a funny measurement. Like, how many stories is this? It's about 2 stories.
This is about 4 stories, right? That should be good, right?
Me and Michonne could take out all these zombies by our damn self.
All
I need
right,
that
let's
story rope.
let's keep it moving. All right, Will, what's your third?
I'm going with a bow and arrow.
All right.
Okay, this is interesting.
With a bow
And
and
he
arrow.
he got out the whole building with a bow and arrow.
Nah,
What's the strategy with that? Just to because remember, you loud.
I have an idea. I have an idea with that. I have an idea. It'll all come together beautifully.
Okay, and then BT, third item.
So I'm going to let me tell you what I can make sure of. There's definitely flammable options in this building between bathroom supplies or even if I just want to go paper. There's enough paper in the office building, so there's definitely flammable things in here. So I'm gonna go the lantern because the lantern has fire and a liquid that burns. So I've added the gas and the fire into one. So like if I just threw all the paper and just lit it on fire, I still got an internal flame with my lantern. So I'm gonna go the lantern is just me carrying fire and gas. If I have to throw it at somebody, I got a lot of options with the lantern. If I get outside and take me all day and it's dark, I got a lantern. So I'm going lantern.
If you throw it at somebody, it's gonna break and that's it.
If I throw it at somebody, it's an emergency.
Now lantern,
but it's a zombie. Like you saying, it's somebody like this gonna be. That's one zombie out of the rest of them.
It's like you got scared and was like a zombie, and then you.
So this is why I like the lantern. The lantern is slept on.
Like that.
The lantern is actually slept on because no one talked about this part of the scenario. 6 months. There is no electricity, so everybody else is assumingly working in the dark and doing everything that they're talking about in the dark.
Wait, is this nighttime? Wait. Is this nighttime or daytime? Because you didn't establish that.
No. I mean, it is whatever you want. If you're saying it's daytime and that's why this helps your scenario, or it's nighttime, that's a very believable. Because
my 50 store building has a generator, so
6 months.
But
6 months.
6 months.
Got gas in it for 6 months.
It's built for a year.
Pat, let's say I got 50 stories worth of zombies to get through. Let's say it takes a few hours. Even if I start at the top of the day, it might be coming up onto darkness. So I got to still make it to the truck, or I could use the lantern as a distraction because they're attracted to the fire. Maybe I could throw it to throw them off. There's a lot of different options with the lantern.
I have a question. Is there a building next to this penthouse that has a pool on the roof next door at a lower level that I could just jump off?
I think me and Khleo on the same thing. We think
hardcore that? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm trying to trulize this and like take a motorcycle.
In Lulu, in your world, there is. Is that what you want to try?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get to that in your final wrap up story. You could always include that. Okay. Did you pick your item? Okay, so lantern, got it.
Yep.
Okay, so perks. This is very interesting, actually. The perk that was chosen is actually the bow and arrow, and interestingly enough, it is stealth. So,
was he stealth and loud?
Since he got loud, it's safe to assume that his zombies were reset to the speed of everybody, that the normal speed. Just like in the case, if you were to get fast zombies and then slow zombies, it would basically cancel each other out. So since Will got stealth, you can actually just take both of those icons off because Will has performed a reverse Uno card
for the first time in Crisis Loadout history.
So now he does not have stealth. He does not have stealth. However, he has regular moving zombies and 2 stealth weapons with a grenade. So good job, Will.
You got a 1-tap shoe.
No, I have no tap shoe.
No tap shoe.
Back to regular. Perfectly balanced.
You got 1-tap shoe, but you can tiptoe.
All right, let's get through these last 2 really quickly, and then I'll let you guys give your final stories, and then we will decide who survived the longest. All right, so let's go reverse order. Khleo.
Yes. I would like to add the matches, please.
The matches. Okay, yes. I actually did not see that coming.
Okay.
All right. Next, Lulu.
I would like to take the boat.
The boat.
Because I feel like that boat, a speedboat, nice little boat, might have, some snacks, some food, maybe a little mini bar in there that I don't have to worry about like replenishing my
6 months?
Yeah, a boat.
6 months though. That could have been raided.
Now remember, Lulu, your advantage for getting the boat is you also have a gas canister. So if you were to not do the burning building down, you would have some gas for the boat. So up to you. Will, 3rd item.
My 4th item is going to be rope.
Okay. All right. Getting interesting. And then BT, 4th item.
All right, I got 3 items left, and I can't figure out which one is the most important. Okay.
You do not have a lot of offense at this point, by the way.
I know. Let's go feel like I'll be fine with my hands, but if I get into a hezzy, I don't need no surprise attacks. So I'm gonna go body armor.
Okay.
Am I gonna go body armor? Yeah, I'm gonna go body armor. I'm gonna go body armor on the basis of just this now gives me some defense in case I get into a scuffle that I can't. What's the name? Because it's full body armor. That's what they didn't tell you. It has a helmet on it. It has full sleeves. It's not just the vest.
Oh, you in riot gear.
So now you're running super slow.
Right, you slow as fuck.
Because
But it's a
vest
slow
alone,
zombies.
because a vest alone is gonna weigh. It's gonna be at least 60 pounds.
Well, I've been working out. I didn't get to the rock status, but I got to like RKO status.
Yeah, but even though when you're in full battle rattle, it's still hard to run. And
I don't want to run.
efficient.
I want to move slow.
So no one had a problem with him being Randy Orton size, but okay.
All right.
Okay.
I will say this: body armor does not imply in terms of rules that he's slower. But if you wanted to logically say that, Lulu, you know more than anybody else how many pounds that adds.
Yeah, and that's why I have a bad back now.
Argument that he would be slightly slower. Yes,
it's hard to run. That's how I hurt my knee because I jumped out of a truck with my vest on and I messed up my knee.
And BT, you clumsy. You know you clumsy.
But listen, you guys, with body armor, I can take this off whenever I want. It's an option that I might need body armor for the first 10 floors, and then I can start unveiling it to make myself a little lighter.
You know how long you take to take that off?
Let me stop you right there.
It ain't underwear.
The perks. Let me stop you right there and give you the perks. This is actually the first episode, I believe, where all of the perks were chosen.
Finally.
And this final perk is actually BT's. With the body armor, I actually kind of just OP'd this one. The body armor comes with zombie smell. So BT is essentially invisible as long as he wears this body armor. And if he were to get attacked, he actually has that extra protection. So the machete by itself is looking a lot better right now.
That is actually now, zombie guts.
So you're in good shape right now. This is the fifth and final item. I'm just going to have you say what it is. You don't have to give any explanation because the next time I come to you, you will give us your full story of how you're going to use your full loadout to get out of these and out of this situation and survive longer than everybody else. So let's start in reverse order. Let's go with BT. What is your fifth and final item?
Crap. Can I pass?
Nope. Do you want more items? I guess you can pass.
No. I want my fifth item. I just don't know what it is. Okay. Fifth item. Fifth item is. Okay, so I got food from vending machines in this building from the floors that I hadn't been in.
I wouldn't count on that 6 months later.
Yeah. Well, I was stuck in the penthouse.
For 6 months?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been in the penthouse 6 months. I done ate everything in there. I saw a truck outside. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just supposed to say. Grenade.
Nice. All right. Will Pharaoh.
Let me go with. Is the lighter thing still valuable? Like how Lulu said, being a smoker?
If you want to throw that in your story, that would be 100% based on believability and logic.
Okay. Body armor.
While they're choosing, Kadeem, do you think we could actually swap the perks with the loadout so the perks are on the outside?
Gotcha.
This is the only one with no perks.
This is the first time we had this many people, so we're still...
Yeah, still working this out.
All right, so the perks will be on the outside of the box, and then their loadout will be everything with
around
the
them. Gotcha.
So, Will, you said what?
Body armor.
Body armor. Okay. Just to reiterate, he does not get the invisible smell perk, but he does get everything that comes with body armor. All right. Lulu, fifth and final item.
First aid.
First aid. And Khleo.
Yeah. I'm gonna go radio.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, just off top, it seems like the believability of carrying everything, because nobody picked a backpack. It seems like everybody's in good shape with carrying stuff. Maybe the radio might be a little rough, but I know that the matches and the pistol is easy to holster, rope easy to carry. I don't see any issues with carrying space. Okay, so let's go one by one. I want to hear everybody's full plan as quick as you can. How do you plan on using your items to escape the building and survive in the outside? Remember, this is 6 months later. You guys have your own individual perks that you have to address. Let's just go in the order that we started. Khleo, would you like to go first?
I would like to go first. The zombie apocalypse is 6 months in. I don't know why I ended up running into a 50-story building to find, I don't know, sanctuary for these 6 months, but this is where I've been. It's a corporate building, all right? And we've all been in corporate buildings, so we know that their snack level is quite high. So I don't have I have a very high metabolism, but I don't need to be eating consistently 3 meals a day for the next 6 months. I'll get by on chips and water and bullshit. So I'm gonna survive that. Easy work. I would just like to ask one question before I give my full story. What is the actual end goal of today's synopsis and scenario? What is actually is the accomplished mission?
So I would just say
Get out.
The main objective is to survive and get out of this building by making it all the way to the ground floor, and then if you can convince me that you can get out of the building. Period. How do you plan on surviving out there?
Okay, cool. So the first thing I'm gonna do is turn my radio on to see if anyone is transmitting, as far as if there's a safe house or if they're setting up a location where they have a barrier for people who are not infected yet. I gotta figure out that first. Hopefully some transmission comes through the radio. Bet there's an outhouse about, I don't know, 3-4 miles outside of the city. That's where I gotta head to. So Lulu mentioned that only helicopter rope would be stories long, right?
With her logic. I mean,
her logic. In my logic, I ran into a company that I actually used when I do my shipping stuff called Uline. So the building I'm actually in is a Uline corporate building. And the longest rope that they sell on their website happens to be 600 feet long.
Talk your shit, Khleo.
So
Why are you using 2 of them?
2, just for safety. Now, if we need to do the actual conversion of between 600 feet to stories, I don't mind doing that for Lulu or anyone else who's going to try to 12 equals 110 stories. I have no issue kicking out a window, tying one end of the rope to the other, pushing both out, and making it safely down 50 stories.
Yes, that's so logical and reasonable. Like, thank you, Die Hard. Thank you, Die Hard.
I got 2 choices: deal with these zombies and die, or
Fast zombies. Fast zombies.
fast zombies, or let the real man kick in, kick out the door, kick out the window, and just go down this rope.
So questions. That's actually very impressive. So are you doing this? Are you just like straight from the penthouse? I'm not even dealing with these other floors, right from the top, since that you proved that the rope is long enough?
Yep, I'm out. Why do I need to deal with them? They're all in there, sure.
Right.
Yes, I am aware that they're outside, but our synopsis and story says just make it out of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you kicked out the window, so I'm assuming these are glass windows. So with you having aggressively fast zombies, do you think that you can rappel down fast enough before zombies just start? Because zombies don't care. They throw themselves off of a cliff. They will more than likely start seeing you and trying to bust through this glass every single floor.
Now, let's look at a corporate building. Let's look at a corporate building. There's usually window a lot of concrete or space, window. All I gotta do is go straight down the middle between the windows. They're not gonna see me.
Okay.
That's true, but someone might and start bamming their head on the glass, which will attract the rest of them. And then you're gonna have it like where he was getting picked off the helicopter. They're gonna start launching themselves off towards you.
Yeah.
I completely disagree with this. You know, you wanna soak it up to a zombie hitting their head against the wall. It's been 6 months. There's been a zombie banging his head against a vending machine for 6 months. Ain't nobody made no noise.
Let me hold up.
They know that's dumbass Jeff sitting there with his head against the goddamn vending machine.
Patrick, may I bring up another reference, please? World War Z, when they went to the medical center, all of them were dormant until he hit that door open and it activated all of them, which is what you would do, scrolling down.
That's what your argument is. I've already barricaded that door. So as soon as they hear a glass breaking, great. They are going to try to make their way up to come to that door specifically, which has a desk, 2 chairs, a bookcase, filing cabinet. Everything's pushed up against that. I got enough time to make my way down 50 stories.
It's not just that, Khleo. If you're rappelling down, your feet are hitting the window. And every floor you
go. No, they're not hitting the window. They're hitting the concrete.
Will, he did specify. That's what I was looking for. He specified the architecture, because what we're thinking of those Batman buildings that are floor
all glass
windows. That's what I suggested, and then he countered by saying the architecture was different. So low key, if the windows are that small, he could either rappel so fast down that they don't really notice, or by the time they notice, he's on a different floor. So I'm actually going to accept the easy out to the floor, but now you got all this rope and you got to survive.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, quick question. So you kicked out a window, you didn't cut your leg at all?
Nothing. That's why I said, go ahead, Bruce Willis.
And other question, what architecture that's 50 stories that ain't designed like what we just talked about?
I ain't never seen a window over some concrete and it's like space that they don't do that.
It's like it's you
show
want
me a picture.
Specific building. Would you like me to pull up a specific building for you?
Show me. I need proof.
No. I've seen those.
I'm like, don't act like every building looks like Gotham City.
No, but 50 stories though. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out.
The only thing about I actually like Kleo's story. The only negatives I would personally say would be he chose the easy out of the building, which is really smart. But now he has all this rope. And I guess the survival after that is a little bit questionable. And I personally think the radio was a waste of a slot because of the 6 months thing. I feel like help is kind of dead at that point. But in your scenario, the radio could potentially get that one other survivor that could make all the difference. I don't know. I feel like that's pretty solid.
Did we get any perks on that last one? There was no perks on that, right? There was.
No, we ran through our perks like immediately.
Chosen.
So I didn't get no perks.
No perks. Sorry.
Other question I gotta ask, Khleo, you were rappelling barehanded down this rope?
You lying? You mean to tell me I can't use a hoodie that I had on?
You've never rappelled. You've never. How many people have rappelled in here before? Yeah, I thought so. It is not easy to rappel. You need gloves, bro.
I know you need rappel.
Not in an emergency situation. It was fun.
Like 50 stories?
You can't. Your hands are bloody. You can't hold no pistol.
You come from that universe. You literally come from that background. It's fight or flight. Yes or no?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
your hands are not gonna make it, bro. By the time you get down, your hands are destroyed. You can't kill no zombies, bro.
You're putting a bullet in yourself before you let them eat you.
Lulu, in all fairness, he gonna make it. His hands will be fine. But what you don't realize, Khleo afraid of heights. That's the part that we just totally ignored. Get out a window, just 60 stories up.
Hey, in emergency situations, people be throwing themselves off of buildings.
He might pass out. That's too crazy.
Let's move on. Who was second? Lulu.
I was second. All right, so cool. So I actually came to this penthouse because it was a Halloween party. So I was here in my my army girl uniform. So I'm in full battle rattle already. So I didn't even know. I was hanging out having a good time, and I messed
6 months.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was already in these clothes. I'm telling you my backstory. So like Will had made clear too, like, you know, there are dormant, you know. So if I've been in here for 6 months and no zombie is banging down my door, I'm pretty sure I can clear a couple floors. Now I don't have to go through every floor because there's stairs. I have a machete, I have a gun. Like I can actually take care of myself getting through a couple of stairs. And guess what? You see somebody on some stairs, you kill them, you go through a floor. Guess what? I have some fire, light some motherfuckers up. Guess what? I get to the bottom of the building. That's easy. Like, I don't know why y'all making this so freaking hard. Like,
you're 50 floors up and you're gonna.
Why do you have to go through every floor? Who's going through every floor? Come on, genius.
Going through every floor,
exactly. So if I'm on 50, you think I'm not? First of all, you think I'm not going to clear 50? 50's cool. Let me get the fuck out of 50. I can get down to 45. Once I get to 45, all right, let me scope out 45. Let me see. Yo, you don't know who you're dealing with. I'm stealth. This ain't video games. This is real. Want me to go get my pistol now? No. Like I'm gonna show you what it's really like. Like you can literally clear a floor without. I don't have tap shoes. I'm silent. I already got on combat shoes. I already got on my military gear. I'm ready. I got my blunt. Because I was partying with Michael B. Jordan. You know, that's a whole other story. So we were smoking and I had my Zippo. I was trying
Michael B. Jordan survived this whole time with you.
No, so I said before.
What did you do after you escaped the building? Okay, what's your survival plan?
So I'm a little banged up.
Mention it.
Hey, we pros.
No
yeah, hold on, fellas. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I don't know what happened on my side.
Are we still airing? Are we still live?
Oh yeah, just spinning.
We back live right there. Go ahead.
Ain't no way Lulu Finance was hanging out with Michael B. Jordan with some fatigued loose pants on. She got something tight.
No, it's high waisted.
Yeah, she's showing them curves.
Yeah,
she ain't got no.
Man, she got bit as soon as he changed because he on top of her kissing her. She like, oh, I love you and Creed. And got bit.
So that's a hell of a way to go, though. I'm gonna just say that was a hell of a way to go. But
I really like that story. I feel like you saved yourself from a lot of the weird stuff that you picked earlier. All right,
all right. So here's the first thing we have not thought about. It's been 6 months. How many zombies are really in this building?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's not like this thing finna be packed out each floor. So my whole thing is time. I got time. I ain't got to go nowhere, really. I can take my...
real quick. The whole point of the 6 months is assuming the difficulty. So more people have turned, and I would just say, you can say that in your scenario it's like this, but the entire point of the scenario of being on the top floor of the building was to that it was inhabited. But if you want to say that your building didn't have zombies in it, that would just be...
No, I'm not saying it didn't have zombies in it. I'm saying it's not as massive. Like y'all are thinking like hordes running around. Like, I'm thinking like maybe at max 10 to a floor. Because
that's
even
what I was thinking.
Yeah, because if it's an office building, most of these cats then left already anyway. They evacuated day one. So
that's
this is really
But especially if you're dormant, you're not doing anything. Like
that's 500 zombies.
That's cool, but again, too, I don't have to fight all of them because again, and I'm not loud anymore. So all I gotta really do is take my time, go down the steps. I have my machete. If I need a long range, I got my arrows. Down, I'm gonna get loud as fuck because I'm at to drop down. And then I have body armor wherever I choose to have had it at. Since you didn't say a specific place where I find this armor, so I'm gonna choose to go wherever I decide to want to pop it out. I can, but this is really more of a timed issue. What you got?
So Will's been on the penthouse of a 50-story building practicing how to use a bow and arrow
and working out.
Oh, I'm sorry. As opposed to you, John McClane, off a 50-story building with no gloves, and you just swinging like you Vin Diesel finna kick in the building. I can't picture
you kicking out no window, Khleo.
Will give you the benefit of the doubt that you got motivated and start working out. Here's what I'm not gonna give you. You did it in day one, so you might have had like 3 months to get like The Rock. You was eating snacks for the first couple of months. You ain't work out all this time, and now you just I'm rocking.
Will, where does the grenade and the rope come into play?
Oh, so the grenade is whenever I'm in a pinch and I need to drop a floor down, I can throw that grenade, go find me a little enough to where I'm good, fight my way out, jump down, hopefully on the desk, you know, knee gonna hurt a little bit and stuff like that. We're gonna have to be a little floor. And hopefully there'll be a scaffold over there where I can maybe do something to kind of lower myself down the building as well, because we didn't discuss that either.
Okay, so your plan is very, very offense heavy. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't doubt you could fight your way out of the building, and then I'm assuming the plan after the building is just kind of just to keep fighting. I'm assuming you don't have the frag grenade anymore, but you got the machete and the
machete. Got the machete, got the arrows, and then I still got the body armor, so I could be using the body armor while I'm outside to try to find me a motocross bike or something like that to try to get out of the city and then get somewhere else.
In 6
Okay.
months.
A motocross bike or something just laying around.
In the middle of a zombie infested city in 6 months. Like, you're not gonna get okay.
Says again.
And then last but not least, let's get into BTs.
So just so we're clear, Pat, the job is to convince the people in here that this is a realistic situation for me to survive.
And me. You gotta convince.
All right, Pat, let me lay out what happened. All right.
Okay.
I met this chick at she invited me to her house, and she got money. She ain't even bad like that. She a 6'7", but she got paper though, because she was focused, because she wasn't really getting no dick like that. I show up to the spot, and it's at a penthouse. She's like, I'm on the roof of this building. I'm like, oh damn, but you live at the top of the W? It's like, you live at the top of a crazy building. All right, cool, boom. Anybody who's been to an office know that it don't even be active like that. I show up.
He came to my party. That's all that was.
Yeah, I show up on some late night shit. I beats her down. I give her the beats, right? And then I wake up the next day and I'm looking outside the window. I'm like, man, it's really going down because it's a nice ass penthouse. I'm like, oh, this shit is kind of lit outside. She's like, yeah, I gotta run to go do some business and whatever. She leave, and I was like, oh, this bitch ain't coming back. I don't know. I've been peeping outside. I open the door and hear some weird sound. Close the door because I'm a real nigga. I was like, I ain't fucking around out there. I see what's going on. Watch the news, and shit has officially pandemonium, and things start slowly shutting down. But
So
she got a lot of food in this house because she rich. Okay, now I gotta get the fuck out of here. I ain't kicking out no windows. Cause who can kick out a window that no, that's not happening. I'm not rappelling down because I don't really fuck with heights like that. So what I gotta do? Okay, I got my stuff that I just happened to find a box that had some loadout stuff. I got a knife. Okay, I got a nice big machete. I see a truck outside. Somebody get out the truck. They get ate by the zombie. I was like, fuck, that truck was running. Them niggas didn't make it. That's my truck now.
You saw that 50 stories down?
No,
And 6 months later?
I'm in the house at this time. I ain't even left yet.
And this is 6
You
months
saw
later.
that 50 stories down?
You said
6
what?
months later?
Your vision is
I'm
impeccable.
in the penthouse the whole time. I
So
never
you saw this from the penthouse that
Yes.
somebody got ate out of the truck 6 months ago or recently?
The truck pulled up about 3 days ago.
So for 3 days, so the battery is still good?
Well, technically, he doesn't have to explain the truck because that was an inventory that he chose. Just like no one has to explain a gun or a bow and arrow. He has the truck.
I got the truck. I see the nigga get ate by the truck. I said, all right, I'm gonna go get that boy truck because I know the truck.
And what kind of truck is this, BT? What kind of truck is this? That truck?
It's a big 18-wheeler.
Got you.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Truck. It's a Twinkie truck. So when I was watching them get ate, I was like, I got to get out of here because I'm running out of food. That's the only reason for me to leave is the power has went down, shit shut down. Okay, I got to leave at the top of the day. But this going to take a while because I ain't left this goddamn building. As I'm executing through the building, I see some people, got to stab some people. Some of these people I know because I saw some of these people that she worked with and they got funky attitudes. I'm killing them niggas anyway. If I can get them like that. I got the body armor on. I smell like zombies. So I really ain't got to kill nobody if I don't want to. I really can maneuver through this shit on some, I'm with y'all.
Right then and there, they know you're not with them. I'm with y'all.
I'm with y'all. Gang, gang.
The thriller.
Gang, we one of y'all.
So once I get out of the building, I got a truck. The truck got a radio in it. If there's any help, it has a radio that'll let me know, okay, this is where I should be heading, which is probably a setup by the military. Everybody knows that. The grenade is just in case shit get real. This is my last resort. You too far away for me to attack you, and you too close for comfort. I want to throw this bitch, but I'm not pulling this. This is a last resort. If you close enough and I can toss some fire on you, I'll toss some fire on you. If not, I'm just using my little fire. I got armor, I got a truck, I got a knife. I'm good.
I've seen you play Call of Duty, and none of this is true.
Have you played with me, facts only, on Call of Duty?
That was a lot to unpack. I feel like
Black Ops 2, I was a sniper on Call of Duty, just for.
All right, so right now I'm just going to let the audience know to start thinking of who you, if you don't already know,
Me.
Me.
died first of all. I personally think that the person with the best loadout had the worst story, and that was BT. BT's story was kind of but his.
It is realistic.
No, it
was not.
Who you tagging in a penthouse, BT?
Huh?
Who you tagging in a penthouse?
A frumpy 6?
And what happened to her?
He said she was getting money because she wasn't distracted because she didn't get dick. That is hilarious. Hey, I'm just gonna say, you being invisible pretty much with slow zombies and a truck is very, very solid. Khleo probably has the strongest escape out of the building story. I just don't know what's after that.
Okay.
It seems like
I'll tell you what's after that. He bled out because he cut his ankle.
Like this man
cut his
got no
Achilles heel.
shins,
it's not hard to
nothing.
believe that you could break a window in an office.
No,
building.
but it's not that. Just
don't.
imagine
I
he
made
has
the
to come from an angle, does this, and scrapes all of this.
I made the mistake of saying of kicking in the window. What I should have said is,
You threw something out of it.
Yeah,
nope.
like a
Just
chair.
just like in the first Matrix film, Keanu Reeves' character was way up there. He's talking on the phone to Morpheus. There was a window that opened up sideways. I could have just slid my ass through that. That's what I should have said.
Also, he has a gun. There was no real confusion about how the window was broken. I think using the 2 ropes and getting the that's very scary and dangerous. But I buy that he left the building. I just don't know what happened after that. Will's pretty solid too, just because he kind of just armed himself to a T. However, I feel like if he got overwhelmed by zombies at some point, that is still believable. For me personally, and remember, you guys have a voice too. I feel like the only
Pat, before you keep going, I'm gonna go and start the vote right now. So y'all gonna see on the screen? Yeah, you're gonna start the screen now. A for Will, B for Lulu, C for Khleo, D for BT. Just go ahead and put that one letter in the chat of who you think's gonna win.
I got D because I was giving out that D to the frumpy 6, nigga.
B, because that bitch and Michael B was humping me before we got taken over.
This is the one thing that I will say.
You spelled Lulu wrong, but it's okay.
The only person is LOU.
I'll change it.
The only person that actually cracked my code. I had an Easter egg in there, just like one simple thing, and I thought nobody was gonna say it, but the only person to guess my little workaround was actually Lulu. Lulu made the point that you don't have to fight every floor. I basically set that up like a video game, but if you think about an office building, the stairs are the stairs. It's usually locked doors. Yep. If you took the stairs, you might get a couple stragglers in the staircase, but no one really said I don't have to fight that much, you know? So I'm just thinking like, okay, if you have a gun and a machete and a health pack in case something goes bad, you could probably get out of the building without fighting that many zombies. And then you also have the boat and the health to make a decision after the building. And then the cherry on top for me was Lulu was in the army. Lulu was the most
Let's be real. That's
believable
it.
shooter.
Yeah.
in this, so I would personally think that between her giving the easy answer of getting out of the building, having a plan after the building, and being an actual veteran, shout out to the veterans, it was just Veterans Day. I personally feel like Lulu would survive the longest in this particular scenario, for more reasons than one. That is just my guess.
Gas is pointless.
The chat says me too.
So my rock-like abilities don't count.
I'm
like I said, you were very offense,
I'm up there with her.
which is strong.
Okay.
But I don't know what the plan was once you got out of the building.
I should
It
have
was
shot.
probably just fighting.
Yeah, like when you're leaving the building, somebody says, "All right, what's the plan?" And you're like,
You guys all gave solid answers of getting out of the building. Well, there we go.
Oh my God!
How am I not surviving?
I want my laptop.
They still voting. Wait, keep voting.
Nah,
How am I
Trump.
not surviving?
Not Trump.
Well, if you think about it,
4.4%.
Cleo got out of the building in a way that he didn't have to use any bullets. So he has a handgun and a radio, which might be something.
No, I'm sorry. If y'all leave this crisis telling me this man can rappel down 50 stories, don't ever tell me I can't do nothing. If he can do that barehanded.
What's the comparable thing? You becoming the Rock in 6
No,
months?
me not being able to set traps out inside some woods. If he can rappel down 50 floors barehanded, huh?
I think the people are missing my perks. Guys,
And then mind you, Pat, I'm the only one who has no perks.
that's why you didn't make it. I got.
And that's why
she
I
gonna
won.
make it.
Remember,
No,
BT,
she
you
gonna make
still
it.
had to fight your way out of the building. I'm going based off of Lulu and Khleo are the only ones who got out of the building without using much. You would have fought his way out, so he probably doesn't have a grenade, and he's probably low on arrows. And then it's like, what now?
Okay, fairness. But Pat, think about
you're
this.
fighting your way out. You're invisible. You probably used your grenade, but I didn't like your plan.
Okay,
And you ain't never drove no 18 wheeler. What license you got?
Look, Pat. This is the thing that you're leaving out. Remember, I this whole 6 months I stayed in the penthouse. So the people that were in this penthouse ain't been here 6 months. People went to go see their family. I'm the only person that's staying put. So chances are ain't really even that many zombies in my building. They really gone about
That's
their way.
what Will said, and that logic is weird because it just goes directly against the situation that was set up for you.
Can we bring up
What you
another
mean?
weird? Can we bring up another weird one? How Lulu get into a boat from downtown LA?
I didn't say I was downtown LA.
That's what he said. He said we in downtown LA.
Oh, I said I was in Santa Monica. I didn't know we had a specific location.
Pat said we were in downtown LA
said
in
we
a
in downtown
50-story
LA.
building.
Oh.
I mean, Lulu in her scenario, she was in Santa Monica.
You heard me say it, and I said we was partying in Santa Monica because that's where we had the boats.
I mean, either way, even if she was in downtown, I feel like her getting to the ocean was more believable than what y'all said.
So her getting to
Pat, the whole time Lulu's walking with this machete and this gun and no backpack. She just got a big ass
First of all,
5-gallon thing of
first of
gasoline
all-
that she ain't gonna do shit with.
Just so you know,
And a man
I've walked in the middle of the desert
Not
with
fair.
literally a battle rattle with a
This
actual
was
60-pound
stacked.
vest, M16 in my hand. They train you to run with this for hours and hours.
Did you
and
have a
hours and
backpack,
hours. And- Yes,
soldier?
I had a backpack. I had a tool.
Okay, you ain't got
I
no
had-
backpack, nigga.
But no,
didn't
you don't
I
put your
will-
gun in
I
the
will say
backpack,
this.
nigga. What are you
I
doing?
will say this. This was pretty unfair because Lulu's kind of already a survivalist. However, I feel like BT could have convinced me with a better story because his loadout is better than Lulu's.
It is.
I don't understand what he was. I feel like he would be the most likely to die in the building.
He said he had his lantern like this, and it was like,
you did really.
he said, "I'm gonna throw a little fire on him." Like, throw a little fire.
I was like, yo, you could just say walk out real slow, and you had everything else left.
All right, guys. Well, we gotta wrap this up.
My best.
Wait, do I come back as the champion?
Yes.
People have spoken. Lulu, it seems like you will have survived the longest.
Pat, you can't put her in any scenario. She military, bro. No
Yeah,
one done ran it like
It's all about
her.
how you use it, though.
I just
It's not
want
my
y'all
fault.
to-
Y'all- Nobody told you to pick two ropes.
No,
Nobody.
listen,
Why did you pick two ropes?
I
To
just
get
want
down the building, Lulu.
you
just
even
want
have the
everybody to
tools
know.
for that.
I just want
Listen,
everybody to know.
shout out to
Gloves.
GeoFool, who said a truck might be difficult 6 months later because the roads are all messed up. So that is something
Ooh.
that we didn't talk about. Whereas the ocean, the boat 6 months in might be more of a move, and Lulu had the gas. So
And BT, you said an 18-wheeler. Have you ever driven an 18-wheeler? It's not
Yeah.
like a car.
Yes, I said it was a Twinkie truck, which can't be that different than the big ass U-Haul. So yeah.
Oh, you
That's
said
true.
18-wheeler, and it
You
was a
did say
Twinkie truck.
18-wheeler.
You said 18-wheeler.
See, I'm not buying
18-wheeler
BT
Twinkie truck. I have
survival.
driven the big U-Haul. I'll be fine. I can drive everything.
I don't buy the Twinkie truck survival. But,
I literally said at the beginning of this that people underestimate my hands, and the only reason Pat didn't pick me because he was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna make it out, nigga."
Hey, BT, don't feel bad about it. They think because I'm fat, all I'm gonna do is go in the closet, eat, and die of like.
Well,
fucking
you
starvation.
mean to tell me day one you're gonna work out?
Yeah, y'all don't. Hey, look, don't let this fool y'all. I beat all y'all in the foot race right now, except
You're
Lulu.
first of all, you're gonna be
Except
depressed
Lulu.
for like a
Except
week.
Lulu.
And
Except
then-
You
Lulu.
got a bad knee.
Not
Not
beat.
Lulu. Not Lulu. The rest of you though, I'll give you all the smoke.
okay,
I ain't gotta run fast. I got slow zombies.
It is, man, you guys, it's hard to close with you guys. You guys.
My fault.
I'm like, all right, cool. All right, for sure. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for another episode, another very exciting episode of Crisis Loadout. If you like the show, I know that we're also streaming on All Def's main channel. Come on over to All Def Gaming and subscribe. We have a whole bunch of dope stuff dropping today and in just the next coming weeks. Thank you so much to our guests. We got Khleo and Will in the building, Lulu the survivalist, and BT probably the most interesting survivalist. Because he bagged him a rich 6, as you said. But appreciate you guys. As always, thank you to Kadeem for basically running the loadout, and thank you to everybody who was watching, who voted. And throw me some scenarios. I'm writing scenarios for these apocalyptic things all the time. Throw me some scenarios in the comments, and we will see you on the next Crisis Loadout. Later, guys.
Oh.